He won't believe this, and he thought it was a joke, only to find out Ryan really showed up. Upon meeting, he eagerly asked Annie out, thinking it was hilarious. It might be because Ryan and Jack are twins in personality. Annie quickly fell head over heels for Ryan, who not only looked dashing but also had that charming prince vibe. Ryan's background matches Anna's, an ideal son-in-law. When proposing, he moved Annie to sing. Tears were about to spill from her eyes, but oddly enough, Jack's face kept popping into her mind. As the wedding day approached, Annie thought her happy ending was within reach, but plot twist. A newspaper ad for a house sale shattered her dreams. She was so stunned by Jack's dream farmhouse that she nearly fainted. Jack just returned from military service. His dad, knowing he wanted the farm, secretly sold their old house. Dad even gave Jack the money, encouraging him to pursue his long-cherished dream. While Jack was on his way to the city to select materials for making swords, he unexpectedly caught sight of a familiar silhouette. Spotting Annie, he couldn't care less about the moving bus and jumped off like a stuntman. But reality hit hard. Annie was smooching another guy, and Jack's heart just broke into a million pieces. Seeing Anna's happy smile had Jack's feelings tangled up like a pretzel. All his past hopes shattered in an instant. He delved into remodeling like his life depended on it, convinced that a perfect house would win Annie back. But time didn't heal. Instead, it was like a cruel game of whack-a-mole with his heart. With his dad's sudden passing, Jack fell into a pit of despair, growing a scruffy beard while fixing up the house like a madman. Work became his escape. Only through constant labor could he momentarily forget his heartache. The renovated house mirrored the dreams he and Annie had, yet everything felt meaningless without her. He decided to sell the house, but it quickly drew the attention of eager buyers. Yet every time a buyer got serious, had come up with excuses too low, too high, or that vibe wasn't right. Others thought he was being unreasonable, but deep down, he was just waiting for that special, someone totally in denial. Annie was no different. The silence made her think Jack had given up on them. But seeing Jack's heartfelt renovations made her heart flutter. She decided to check the countryside out. She respectfully told Ryan before leaving, who mistakenly thought she was just having pre-wedding jitters. Soon enough, Annie drove to the town, and there it was, her long-time dream home, just as they had envisioned it. Jack strolled out just then, and after 7 long years, they met again. Annie was chatty as ever, while Jack had turned into a man of few words. Annie thought he didn't want to see her and felt awkward, trying to leave until she accidentally crashed her car into the fence in a panic. Jack noticed her anxiety and invited her in for a let's reminisce session. If they are unable to stay together forever, they might as well become the most important best friends in each other's lives. Little did they know, they still had deep feelings for each other. They were just playing the game of reality. That night, they chatted endlessly until midnight, just as Annie was about to hit the road suddenly. Jack, however, had a different thought, and tomorrow's going to be even more exciting. Jack rowed Annie in a small boat to a vibrant forest by the lakeside, and Annie was as delighted as a little girl, with Jack gently accompanying her by her side. He treasured every moment, but feared losing it. Jack's promise to Annie held firm. Yet fate loved to toy with him, turning his close love into a distant dream. Suddenly, a torrential downpour poured from the sky. Initially, they were all taken aback, but soon they found great joy in it, as if eagerly anticipating the rain to wash away years of misunderstandings and estrangement. Unable to hold back, Annie asked Jack, "I wrote you 365 letters. Did you write back?" Jack replied, "Yep, and there's more to come, don't go." The next morning, Annie woke up to find flowers and a note beside her pillow. It felt like a dream. Jack's note hinted that following the arrows led to a surprise, reminding her of long-forgotten passions. Jack encouraged her to bravely chase her dreams and break free from the shackles. Unfortunately, Mom interrupted their sweet moment, and this time Annie was surprisingly calm. Subtitles, she questioned her mother about intercepting Jack's letters. Is that true? Absolutely, it is. You made me cry in my sleep. How could you do that? Seeing her still hung up on Jack, Mom took her to see a man on a construction site. He was my first love. Sadly, Grandpa was against it, so I chose a better-off husband, but material comforts didn't lead to true happiness. That's why Mom decided to stop interfering, allowing Annie the freedom to pursue her dreams. Subtitles, gazing at the envelopes filled with 7 years worth of letters and cherished memories of love. Annie found herself hesitating, uncertain about how to confront Ryan. As she opened the letters, Jack's longing danced off the pages, each one tugging at her heartstrings. She realized the cost of her choice would mean hurting at least one of them. Gathering up her courage, Annie sought out Ryan and openly confessed everything to him, and Ryan's forgiveness only intensified her guilt. However, she ultimately knew she had to make a choice.